Champion status. Champion status.
Victor Bulahova here in Libertyville, Illinois, at Lake County Athletic and Boxing Club, and next to me Nick Asberry, who is heavyweight boxer. Hi Nick, how are you doing today?
Hello, I'm doing really well today, thank you.
How was your training? Let's talk a little bit about that. I know you just finished your training session.
Yes, ever since I came back from the UK off the plane, I haven't stopped training. I trained the same day I came back, so I just try to keep on training year round to stay consistent with what I do, because I love what I do.
Who is Nick Asberry and how did you first get into boxing?
Nick Asberry is an ambitious, smart kid who makes horrible mistakes sometimes, but seems to believe in himself deep down inside and know that in the end, there's going to be a dream come true in this boxing game for him. So that's who I am.
Well, boxing wasn't the first sport that you got into. What sports did you start with?
My first sport was actually football. That was my first love because I played it since I was a little kid. And then having trouble academically, not with smarts, but with people and with the whole like anger issues and stuff, growing up misfortune, and I let that take control of my emotions instead of me controlling my emotions. And then I made some not so wise decisions in my life, but I'm thankful for all of them because I wouldn't be here standing and talking, doing interviews with you guys here today.
What lessons did you learn from those mistakes?
Okay, the lessons I learned, life lessons I learned is to think before I even move. Forget talk, you got to think before you move because you got to know what you're going to do before you do it. That's the smartest move you could ever make, seeing yourself do a move that you know that you envision. So you're envisioning your moves and doing them, and that's self-confidence too, all on its own.
How old were you when you got into boxing?
I was 19, yes.
Do you have any amateur background?
Yes, my amateur record was 56-6. I was pretty high ranked as an amateur, and then I love the amateur game because it showed me so much, and I felt like it went by like that, but it was a blessing to have it as an experience in my life.
Did you win any Golden Gloves or took part in any of the tournaments?
Yes, in Chicago I won the Golden Gloves. I think I participated 3 times. Both years I went to the finals, knocking out everybody on my way to the finals. First year I didn't win because I didn't have fully respect for the game of boxing. I wasn't doing my world work, so after I dropped the kid, I was out of breath, huffing and puffing. But for the second follow-up, I just lost the inexperience, and the third one I just dominated the whole way through. So it was a very great experience. Chicago Golden Gloves.
When did you decide to go pro and finish with your amateur career?
Right up until I think it was, I can't remember the year, but I know it took me a year to get my license. It took me a year to get my boxing license. And after I couldn't find fights locally for amateur career, I'd have to travel a lot, you know, and then that's money out of pocket that I didn't have and didn't have a forehand to help me out at that given time to make those type of flights to different countries or whatever like that. But I had just enough help to get me by and have an outstanding amateur record.
Who's team Nick Asberry and who is working with you right now?
Who's team Asberry? I would like to say I have 2 managers. One of my managers is Matthew Zakovic. He's always with me all the time. I work for him. And then he has a team of the business that he runs is Lead Smart. It's Matt Konlowski, Brad Schillings, Zach Seelan, Jess Solful, and Rafael Hoyas. I hope I got everybody's name right, but that's the team. And then my sports and conditioning coach is Larry Lentz, and my boxing coach is Mating Ahmed.
And we're here at Lake County Athletic and Boxing Club where you do your conditioning. I've heard it's one of the strongest programs in the Midwest. Could you talk a little bit in details about those conditioning programs?
Okay, yes, but before I get that, I forgot my second manager. My second manager is Ernie Brown. Very, very thankful for that man. Very thankful for that man. And I do my sports and conditioning here. This is the top-of-the-line facility, more than 75,000 square feet, with a plethora of just great things that we can do here. We got everything from chiropractors to professional athletes training people to people that have solid credentials that are here training people. Like you can come here and I believe you could reach the top elite level in your life at any given moment because everything is here. It's just up to you if you want it bad enough.
Well, in 2014, Nick Asberry got 5 fights behind his belt, 5 professional fights.
Yeah.
In 2015, you just got only 1 bout. What was it? What caused that?
The funny thing about it was my first like 5 pro fights, I wasn't even sparring, I was just training. So I had no sparring prior to that because it was hard to find sparring because big guys, most of the big skilled guys are overseas in Europe, but they're not that much over here. So I had those fights awfully quickly because those guys are willing to take those fights. They don't know who I am really, but they just see the highlights like of little certain things that I'm not too scared of. Coming in 2015, I was coming off a couple camps, or at Brian Jennings' camp, I think it was, and then coming off that, and then a lot of people see that as my background and be like, oh, he made it through the whole camp. Oh, he was there from start to finish, and there was only 2 people, me and Travis Walker, that were in the camp still there, sparring with Brian Jennings, and we gave him really good work. And then people hear about that and don't want to take the fight in 2015. So it was hard to get fights in 2015, but I promise to be way more busier this year, way more.
And you just got back from London. How much time did you spend there, and why did you go there?
Oh yeah, I went to London to go train with Tyson Fury. It was awesome because I was a major fan of Tyson. His wittiness, like his goofiness, I was a major fan of that. Then I learned to become a fan of his boxing skill. Well, I had no other choice to fighting him every day for like 2.5 months. But coming off that is a big confidence booster. You see the top elite level athletes, and he just congrats on Team Fury and their win. It was a beautiful win, beautiful win.
Well, some fans heard Tyson Fury sing at the press conference. Have you heard him sing in training?
Yeah, well, actually, it's nothing new to us. I mean, like when we see it, like we're like, oh, okay, Tyson's just singing. So the world is like, why is this big dude singing after he won the belt? But like, that's the way Tyson is. He likes when we're sparring, he'll move around the ring and sing you, and still punch you and beat you up, and you'll be wondering why I got so much lumps. And he sung me "Oh McDonald." You know, it's kind of contradicting, but it's funny. I mean, he's quite a character inside and outside the ring, and I have major respect for the Furies and everything that they do. And I will be back for their training camp later on this year, so that must have been pretty good work for them. So,
how was London for you? Was it your first time that you travel overseas?
Yeah, that was my first time. It was like Narnia going over there. I swear to God, I thought I saw like a unicorn somewhere. No, I'm just playing, but like it was just everything was different. Everything was much more older. There was more castles and stuff that we don't have in the U.S. And then I learned to appreciate stuff in life more. Actually, going over there and talking to everybody from the United Kingdom. They're really great people and really positive people, and really helped me define my personality and my character.
What motivates you, particularly in boxing?
What motivates me is I think I have like this from day one when I was born, I always thought I was a superhero. So I feel like this is the closest thing I could be to a superhero without getting arrested and without having to wear tights.
Well, superhero, it's not your nickname, but Terror is.
Yeah.
Who first gave you that nickname, and where is it coming from?
Eddie Solis is the guy who introduced me to boxing, and then because I was getting in trouble in school, and he just showed me a different way to exhort my force and my athletic gifts. But the terror is the name that they gave me because being in the ring with me is like a terror. Like I try to break you down past the point of just the ring. The ring is just one thing, life is another thing, and the two have to. I make you take your character of the ring and your character in life, and I mesh them together, and I make you think about what you're doing and questioning yourself, and then I start breaking you down. That's just the mental side. The physical side, the skill asset speaks for itself. I mean, I practice every day inside and out, and I'm willing to take criticism inside and out every single day. So that's my best friend. So yeah, that's why I call him terror.
Well, 2015 is almost coming to the end. Ahead of us is 2016. What are your plans and what's next for Nick in 2016?
My plans is to get more fights, just rack up the fights, and keep my winning record above 500. Because me and my manager went over some things recently that we had discussed. We went over, we were looking at people's records of trying to find opponents for me. So we looked over people's records and saw that I have above 500 record as opposed to most prospects coming up, which most people wouldn't acknowledge, but that's the way it turns out to be. And that we want to keep on finding people who have above winning records to keep that going, so it makes my resume look good. It makes my resume look good.
Any potential fights coming up in the beginning of the year?
January 29th on also my main promoter Bobby Hitz on his card. He's a great guy, helping me move forward, helping me continue to keep me focused. He's a great guy and great promoter, and I would recommend him to anybody. And basically, that's the fight coming up next. We had an opponent picked out, but I'm not going to say anybody's name. But they didn't take the fight. We're gonna keep on looking for opponents that are willing to take the fight. I don't back down from anybody. All I do is sign contracts, show up on the date, look fly and flashy, and then whoop butt, and then that's what I do. That's what I'm made to do. If everybody plays a role on the team, then it will be a team success. Because honestly, I'm just a part of the team. I'm just a part of the piece of the puzzle. There's a big piece of the puzzle that I'm just a little piece, tiny piece of, and I just have to do my part. So I try to do my part to the best of my ability. No cockiness involved, because I pray before I eat every day. So.
Well, on December 19th, you just turned 25. Big date for you. What are the goals for the next years to come?
To basically grow as not just somebody inside the ring, but somebody outside the ring. Because you can always be an athlete, but it's better to be somebody as a character that somebody respects outside the ring. Because I could do all this stuff inside the ring, and then people wonder who is Nicholas Asberry outside the ring. And I want to be able to show that I'm a character, and I came up from nothing, and I basically grinded my way to be a great individual overall. It's more than just looking good inside the ring and then acting like a clown outside. Because I'm an example. Like I said it before, I want to be a superhero, and like Uncle Ben said, with great power comes great responsibility. Eat your Wheaties.
Where people could find you?
They can find me on MySpace. I'm just playing. They can find me at Facebook at Nicholas Asberry, Nicholas ASB as in boy, ERRY. And then they can find me on Instagram at Terror121990. That's Terror121990 on Instagram and Twitter. And yeah, give me a shout out, tag me in a picture. Women Crush Man Crush Monday, whatever.
That's a superstar time right here. Any shout-outs you want to give to your fans or people who would like to follow you in the future, promoters, sponsors, people who surround you every day and help you out around?
Yeah, to the kids, I just pray that you think you're better than me and try to be better than me and try to go forward and go harder than me. Try to be one up than me, and don't believe that I'm the surface of what I'm the surface of what kids at box see. I want them to know that they could achieve anything better than me, okay? Because I want them to all be good as people in life, because I really care for the kids. And as the teenagers, the same thing that goes in kids. To the adults, please buy tickets and show up to the events, please, and thank you. And to the older people, I'm thankful that you have paved the way for us now today. That rhymed.
Ladies and gentlemen, up-and-coming star Nick Asberry here at Lake County Athletic and Boxing Club.
Champion status.